Hello, Flash Cats. Welcome back to another Magic Arena event. This time we have Historic Pauper. We're bringing a deck using only commons from all of Magic Arena. Persistent Petitioners is banned, and boy, do we have some spice for you today. Today we are going to be going over a mono white deck that is just looking to flood the board with 1-drops, use a little bit of tempo to back that up, and win the game. So I'll see you guys with the deck tech. Alrighty guys, so here we go. Let's take a look at what we got today for our mono white with Historic Pauper. We have 4 Fairy Guide Mothers to start off our 1-drops. Going to work as a pump spell and as a 1/1 creature. We have 4 Healer's Hawk giving us flying and lifelink, 4 Law Rune Enforcers. These are really good against the red decks of the format, trying to play Kiln Fiend and other creatures that are going to pump with their spells. We have 4 Rustwing Falcon. Honestly, this card is one of the MVPs of the deck, being able to block a lot of things in the format and getting in there as 1 power in the air. Snubhorn Sentry is good in this deck. I will explain at the end why it is so good in this deck. And then 4 Soul Wardens that help us gain some life, help us stabilize against mono red, and help us just out-tempo some of the other decks in the format because we don't have to trade as much as they do. In the air, we also have Silverbeak Griffin, 4 of their 2/2 flyer for 2. We have Knight's Pledge coming in to give us +2/+2. This is probably one of the worst cards in the deck, and I'm not sure if there's anything I would like to replace it with. Maybe some more 1-drops, but I'm not quite sure yet. Then we have 3 Pacifism as removal, and we have 3 tap up to 2 target creatures. Some more tempo play, and then you can also play it as a 2/3 flyer. And finally, 2 finishers coming in with Angel of the Dawn, giving our creatures that we're massing on the board to give them +1/+1 and vigilance until the end of turn. And finally, we round it off with 20 planes. The best thing about this deck is you just go wide and you try to win the game as fast as possible. Now, what makes this deck kind of broken at this moment? Ascend on Magic Arena is bugged. If you take a look here, Fairy Guide Mother is actually counting as 2 permanents. And we saw a bit of info from Wizards saying, oh yeah, this makes sense, and we'll fix it Monday. The event is going to be over by Monday, and I noticed this bug part of the way through and had to look it up and figure out what it was. So we are in the deck tech. I wanted to explain this, so I re-recorded the deck tech just to let you know. I would not suggest trying to abuse this functionality. You'll notice at some point in the videos that things are really weird with Ascend right now. So again, let's try not to abuse it. Try seeing what you can do without the Fairy Guide Mothers. But the deck is a lot of fun. So test it out, see what you think, and let me know in the comments. Alright guys, see you in the games. Alrighty guys, here we are for match 1 with mono white and Historic Paupers, and let's see how good of a hand we get. We want basically 2 lands and a bunch of 1-drops. We have 2 Snubhorn Sentries and a Fairy Guide Mother, which again, there's a bug, it's going to count as 2 towards Ascend. Couple Pacifisms as removal. This is going to be a pretty good defensive hand, and it's hard to really tell what you're going to face in this format. There's a lot of mono red, there's some mono green. The mono white or red white has been pretty good. Looks like we're going to face mono white. So let's get a Snubhorn Sentry down. It'll work good as a blocker. They may shock it, but if they waste the shock on it, that's fine. Alright, Kiln Fiend, we are going to pacify that on the spot. And then next turn we can start getting in a whole bunch of life linkers. Alright, well, gain life from our Soul Warden. This deck is actually not too bad against mono white. Or against mono red, sorry, I keep confusing the two. Alright, so they're going to cast Thrill of Possibilities. Again, mono white having pacifism is one of the good reasons to be playing Fling in that deck. We will block. It's just a 2/2. Alright, now let's start gaining some life. So we can go Soul Warden, Healer's Hawk, gain a life, Snubhorn Sentry, gain a life, and we are back to 20. Alright, so we have 7 permanents in play. As long as none of them die, oh, we gain a life. Next turn we'll be able to turn on our Snubhorns. I don't think we're going to block here. I would rather just start getting in with our Snubhorns. They've probably got some sort of spell here to cast. Alright, so we will start by pacifying the Burning Prophet. See what they do here. It turns those on. And we're going to... They likely have a shock, so I don't really want a Fairy Guide Mother on that. So we're going to get that in there with everyone. Gain a bit of life, and we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Every creature they play, we're gaining life via Soul Warden. So new creatures aren't super threatening. New Kiln Fiends might be an issue because the first strike and trample cards, Crash Through giving trample is really good. So let's see what they do here. 4 lands on each side. They're looks like they're prepping to fling. Scryed 1 to the top, which is not good for us. Not sure why they would do that unless they were planning to fling us. 10... So they could 14 us here. Let's see what they do. Excuse me. They're going to cast a fling? It's not going to turn off our Ascend, or our City's Blessing, because we've already got it. Yep, they are going to fling us. It's not going to get a pump here, though, because they've already sacrificed it as an additional cost. So they get in there for 6. They do have 1 card, but we're going to try and pump the Healer's Hawk. That ends up working, so let's get in there with everyone, and we will play the Guide Mother as a blocker. They are at 2. Excuse me, guys. Catching a little bit of a cold right now. Let's see what they can do. Spellgorger Weird is not going to do it. And they scoop it up. So we will be back for round 2. Round 2, here we go. Let's see if we can continue on our win streak. We are in the gold and getting some wild cards. They're not actually wild cards, but you know what I mean. Alright, we're going to mull this hand. We want 1-drops. What do we have here? I think we'll start by pitching the Knight's Pledge. If we had a Healer Hawk instead of the Rustwing Falcon, I probably would have kept the Knight's Pledge. But as of right now, I think this is what we want. We'll see what we get here. Alright. Mono black, it looks like. So we will go ahead and play this and get in there. And we will go ahead and play a 1/1 as well. Hopefully we draw some Snubhorns or something pretty soon. Let's see what they do. If they attack in, I am not going to block. Do I want to block? No, I think we're fine. If this is mono block, we may have something we want to tap down a little bit worse than the Splitline Fiend. As of right now, 1 point per turn is not a worrisome clock when we have, 2 flyers. It looks like they're probably going to kill one of our creatures. Ooh, Vicious Offering. So they're going to stack their creature. Okay. Interesting decision by our opponent there. We will go ahead and get in for 1. And we're just going to play our flyer. This is a really bad scenario for us. They have, 6 cards in hand. We have now none. But we draw pretty well with this deck. Having only 2 lands in the deck is pretty good. Their discard is now completely turned off, which it looks like they might be like a mono black discard type deck. Are they going to Vicious Offering our flyer again? Okay. Well, we will get in there for 2. Play our planes, that way we play around their discard. Remember, we do have a 5-drop in our deck, so technically we do need our lands. Now they have something on the battlefield. If we had one more land, I'd be happy to get in there with... let's... What do we want to do? I think we just play the flyer and tap down their Reaver, and then we'll get in there for 1. They can block if they want to, but hopefully we want them to be getting rid of their creatures. That way all these removal spells that require sacking a creature are not as good. But if they are out of ways to kill our stuff, Ardent Veil Tactician is going to start being a pretty good clock. Let's see what they do. Looks like they're going to sack again. X damage to target creature where you gain X life where X is the number of swamps you control. Interesting. Alright, well, we will cast the Soul Warden, and we're just going to get in there. Now every creature they play is going to be good for us. It looks like they're playing somewhat of a go wide strategy. We're top decking pretty well here so far. No lands. But, again, they've got 4 cards in hand, so who knows what their plan is. Now they have a 1/1. It gains us a life, but it is a flyer. And they have nothing else they can do with this turn. Alright. I don't really know what we want to pacify. I don't know if anything right now. Yeah, I think we're just going to pass the turn. If they have a burglar, rat, whatever, we lose our pacify, but at this point, I think we're going to end of turn tap down some of their stuff. Another Sky Scanner. Interesting. Gains us a life, draws them a card. 1/1s that draw... Ugh. That was the fear right there. Alright, well, we are going to... Well, they're going to get in there for 1, basically. Again, we're empty-handed. And we'll go ahead and tap this down and tap this down, I guess. Oh, we draw a flyer, so that's pretty good. It'll gain us life entering, and it can get in and match these 2. So if they attack in for 2 with that, we attack in for 1, drain them for 1, so 1 damage both ways. Ooh. Removal.deck over here. Another Lazotep Reaver. Unfortunately, we cannot tap down the zombie either. I think we've probably lost this one. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do. We're going to go ahead and trade here. We'll tap this. And tap... Wait, why does this have Vigilance? Did this one just come into play? I think it did. Alright, we got a Rustwing Falcon. That's good. Bunch of 1/2s on our field. We are going to need something pretty good. Foreboding Fruit. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Ooh. Yeah. Makes a food. It's literally 3 mana, draw 2, gain 1. Well, I guess 5 mana to sack the food. Mr. Kitty incoming. And another kill spell. Oh my goodness. Alright, well. With that, we will, I guess, tap down the flyer and pass turn. They're going to get in there for 3. They should anyway. Alright, we will block. It didn't really matter whether we tapped down the Sky Scanner or not. These guys are offsetting each other. Alright, let's see what we draw. Oh, Witch's Cottage puts a Sky Scanner back on top. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to beat this. Silverbeak Griffin's pretty good, though. Pass the turn. If they have more removal, we're probably just dead, though. They do have a lot of lands, but again, we've seen 3 or 4 different kill spells at this point. Which they're probably running Dusk Legion Zealot, another creature that's going to draw a card. Alright, what do they have now? Oh, good. Alright, so they're going to get in there. And we will just take 2 for now. 15 to 14. We've started to run them out of cards, I think. Hopefully. Footlight Fiend, that is not necessarily good for us. Alright, we draw another Silverbeak Griffin. So we can trade one of them off to this zombie. Pass. I think we're just gonna do this. Block all there. Ensures we get rid of the zombie, and he can only kill 1 of our creatures at this moment. Alright. That is good for us. Let's see what he does. Maybe he has burglar rats in hand or something. Sacrifices to gain some life. Okay. Seems like a weird play. Alright, we draw a land, which at this point we've drawn a lot of creatures and not very many lands, so this does mean that technically we could get in an angel at some point. Hopefully he just keeps drawing lands here. We are at a standstill. Ooh, a Healer's Hawk. That is magnifique. Alright. End turn. Excuse me, guys. Oh, found a way to kill our creature. Let's see what he does now. Alright, I will block here and see what he does. If he kills our flyer, that's fine. If he points it at the Enforcer, that is also fine. I will tap this down. And that is the sound of my cat taking down a Christmas tree ornament. Alright, so play another Law Rune Enforcer and pass the turn, I guess. We couldn't get in there for 1, but that gets... yeah, I guess we could do this. So we gain 1 up to 13, we go down to 11. It's similar to taking 1 and blocking. Except it's getting our opponent down as well, instead of just us. They have another kill spell. Oh my goodness. How many kill spells is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 kill spells so far. Goodness. Alright. Getting in there for 2. Hopefully we're getting close. Alright, Soul Warden's pretty good. And pass the turn. No attacks. Hopefully we can start life gaining our way through this. Another Sky Scanner. Goodness gracious. Well, if you were worried about these events not having enough content to them, I think we found some content. Oh, goodness. Alright, we draw another land. I think we're just going to hold it. We are running out of time, though. Eventually these Sky Scanners are going to get in there. They got another kill spell. Alright, we can call it here. There's no way we come back from this. Alright guys, see you for the next round. Alright, round 3, here we go. Facing the Chandra avatar. Alright, what do we got here? Soul Warden turn 1, 2 1-drops following it up, and 5-drop, not so much what we're wanting, but ooh. Alright, play a Soul Warden. Fairy Guide Mother will help us get to Snubhorn Sentry being useful. Another Submerged Boneyard. Drawing another land's pretty good. Snubhorn Sentry. Ew, that's gross. Alright, play the Long-Rune Enforcer and pass the turn. I've seen a lot of people playing this fungal infection. It's making me just cry at this point. I think people are starting to figure out the meta. Notion Rain, Surveil 2, Draw 2. Mr. Kitty has decided to join us for this one instead of just being in the other room hanging out. What do you think? Can we win this game? I don't know. Facing control, always a concern. Alright, let's play Gift of the Fae, pumping Long-Rune Enforcer. We will get in there with Long-Rune. And cast a Fairy Godmother. Guide Mother, not Godmother. Alright, so technically we have 7 right now. Again, remember, adventure cards are a bit bugged right now. So if we draw a 1-drop, nope. So what do we want to do here? Let's just get in there for 1. I'm a little worried about another fungal infection. They definitely have something. Yep. That is disappointing. Oh. And we will cast a 2/3. So now we are down to 7 on the board again, unfortunately. Tell me they have another kill spell. Goodness. Alright, we'll tap this down. Oh, we can't tap that down. That's right, it's a token. So far we're facing removal.decks, and this is getting to be a little difficult to deal with. So, alright, well, we will play an Angel of Dawn and get in there with our Aven Tactician. Hexproof guys are a bit of a concern. Let's see. Ooh. Card draw. They have another removal spell? Goodness. Alright, that does mean we can play our Knight's Pledge, though. And start getting in there. Which turns that on. We have, what, 6 lands? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not quite sure how we turned on the City Blessing there. Stop it, Chase. Ugh, another kill spell. I don't think he realizes we have a 3/3. I was gonna say. Alright, play a Snubhorn Sentry. And get in there with our first one. So we have 6 power on the battlefield. They draw another land. They're going to get in there for 3. Alright, well, we will get in there for 6. And cast a Silverbeak Griffin. So they can syncopate for 6. Alright, well. Now they have to have an answer and a blocker. That's a land. And we got there. Could not find the answer and the blocker. 2 draw spells at least from our opponent there. Made me concerned we were not going to win that. But here we are. 2-1 going into round 4. We're not out of the money yet, but we do have Doodlebee here. Let's take a look at this hand. The Soul Warden to start us off, and 2 more 1-drops to follow it up. If they're playing mono red, we got a pacifism for them. I think this is pretty good. They are playing mono red. Scorch Spitter there. I think we're just gonna start off with a... Yeah. I want to gain life next turn, but Rustwing Falcon does block. Alright. We're gonna play the Soul Warden. They may kill it on the spot, and we may regret it, which it looks like they're gonna do. But we'll see. Yeah, they probably got Skewer here. Do we block? I don't think we do. Yeah, they've got Shock anyway, so not too big of a deal. Or Rimrock Knight, or something that gives First Strike, or... There's lots of things. Okay, Rimrock Knight. That is fine. They deal 3. What do they got for us? Nothing to follow it up, so now we can go Rustwing Falcon. They do have the Shock. Man, I don't know why they don't play that right away. Alright, 2 Rustwing Falcons. Probably going to play the Rimrock. What do they got here? A lot of their spells are sorcery speed, besides Rimrock Knights and Shocks. Skewer is sorcery. I believe all 8 draw spells are sorcery. Alright, that can't block. Okay, they have some sort of pump spell, apparently. So we will block. Alright, and what did that accomplish? Skewer? Firebrand. You gonna sack it to get rid of a Rustwing Falcon? Alright, we still got a 2-for-1. We are definitely the long game deck here. So, let's... What do we want to do here? I think we're just going to play an Ardenvale Tactician and pass the turn. Because we can block the Rimrock Knight, and we will unless they give it First Strike. Tormenting Voice, discarding a mountain. So this deck's a little bit different in that they're playing Tormenting Voice instead of Thrill of Possibility. I wonder if they're playing both. Well, without them just straight on in attacking, I don't feel like they have any sort of trick. And passing the turn. Oof. Lava Runner. Post-combat Lava Runner. That is very interesting. So, we have... Let's go ahead and play... you know what? We're just going to get in there like this. We are going to tap down their creatures next turn. So let's play a Guide Mother now. And we'll tap down both of their creatures this turn before combat. Hopefully they go all in. Alright, they discarded another mountain. Play a mountain. And are we moving to combat? Alright, tap him down. They seem very confused about what we're doing. How does this 2/3 tap down our 2 creatures? Alright, what do they do post-combat? Absolutely nothing. So, what do we want to do here? I want to do multiple things, but unfortunately we don't have 4 mana to play a creature and do this, so... guess we'll play a Soul Warden and a Knight's Pledge. Unless they have 3 damage instant speed, which I doubt they do. They're going to have to fling it, I guess. Alright. That works fine for us. So we will still get in there. With having a life gain source on the battlefield and creatures to back that up, I'm not super worried. Oh, they draw another draw spell. Maybe we're playing the wrong deck. Because it feels like everybody else is just drawing cards, and we're just sitting here hoping to draw good cards. Alright, that makes 4 mana, so... get on in there. What are they going to do? This deck doesn't normally have too many instant speed spells. I guess their draw spell is... okay. So we get in there for 2. We play a Arvindale Tactician, play a land. And we're saving the pacifism for either any of the 3 pump creatures that we talked about before. They probably have a Tactician here, but we will trade. They can pump it if they want, but yeah, okay, Rimrock Knight. That was the creature I was mentioning. Alright, that can't block, and we have a Rustwing Falcon to deal with it. So, we're going to get in there for 2. If they want, they can get in there, and we will block with our Rustwing Falcon. Another Lava Runner, though. We may just end up pacifying the Lava Runner. Alright, Lawrun Enforcer. Let's go ahead and pacify the Lava Runner. And we will get in for 2 again. A Snubhorn would be pretty good here. A 3/3 definitely feels good. What are they going to do? Another draw spell. Goodness. I've never seen a mono red player draw so many cards in my life. Alright, well, we will double block, and they can choose to kill one or the other, unless they have a pump spell. Do you have another Rimrock Knight? They do not, and now we have the Lawrun Enforcer to tap down the Rimrock Knight every turn. Yeah, that was a poor decision. Alright, we got another Rustwing Falcon. How good does this feel, chat? I say that because it feels like I'm streaming, but I'm not. Because there is no chat. But how does that feel, YouTube? How about that? I think we're starting to finally pull away here. They're going to pass the turn. I will block with a Rustwing Falcon. Okay. Are you going to fling Lava Runner? Are you going to shock something? Skewer our face. Alright. Well, we draw another land. So, we're going to, again, do that. Play a land. Because, again, we have our 5 mana thing. I don't think they have anything that could make us discard, but... ooh, another land. Alright, so let's get in there for 2. Again, we're playing around a haste creature. And next turn, if they just have nothing, we can get in there for 3. And look at that. We did it. We killed mono red with mono white. Alright, let's go to round, what is this, 5 now? Round 5, here we come. 3-1 going in. Best we can do is 4-1. Worst we can do is 3-2 and make most of our stuff back. Ooh, this is an interesting hand. I think we keep it. A lot of decks are not very happy about double Soul Warden. Mono blue. Ooh, that is a good draw. So we will play a Soul Warden. Pass turn. Do they play a Swamp? They play a Plains. Interesting. Alright, well, we will play Soul Warden. Would you like to syncopate for 1? Alright, they would not. Okay, let's get in there for 1. Maybe they flash in Spectral Sailor or something? Alright, and we're going to pass the turn. We're going to play around Syncopate for 1. Alright. 3 mana now. They can Syncopate for 2. They can play a creature. Oh, they're just going to draw? That seems pretty good in my book. So we're just going to go wild. Gain 2 life. Play another card. Gain 2 life. Attack in for 2. And we're looking pretty good. If they play something really good, we have a pacifism. Hopefully nothing hexproof. They got a lot of cards in hand, but I don't think there's too many mass removal spells in Pauper Historic. I have yet to see one anyway. Alright, they play a 1/3, which gains us 2 life. What do we want to do? We can do 2 things here. We can pacify this. And pump our wonderful Healer's Hawk to gain more life. Get in there with everyone. That seems pretty good. We're at 30. 30 to 10. What would you like to do, opponent? Alright, so they kill the pacifism. That's fine. And they get in there for 1. Vigilant creature it is. Drawing 2. Okay. That's fine. Short sword. Play a Silverbeak. Tap that down. Get in there with everything. You are now at 5. We are at 32 and have lethal on board. Because even if they block, they just die. We technically have no cards in hand, but we do still have 2 more creatures as a backup. No blocks. Alright, so play a Guide Mother. Gain 2 life. Play a Tactician. Gain 2 life. And we will just jam. They might have something to save them here. Healing Grace. Okay. So they do save themselves here. And all it costs us is 1 creature. So let's see what they got. Because now they can block a 2-power threat and maybe kill the other 2-power threat or something. Healing Grace is pretty good. Especially in a format where there's not a lot of... Okay, so you can block those. If we draw a Guide Mother or some sort of pump spell, we win. An Angel here would be amazing. Let's draw an Angel. Oh, they're not even getting in there. Oh, that seems pretty good. So let's Cast that on Soul Warden. Cast this, gain the 2 life. We're doing this pre-combat in case they kill off the Soul Warden. And now we have full lethal threats through their blockers. So they need another answer to a creature. Okay, they're going to kill something, and that's that. Look at that, guys. 4-1, getting the max rewards from this event. I think this deck did super good. It doesn't feel like it's going to do good, but I think that's how Pauper goes. You just kind of play non-great cards, and you still win because everybody's playing non-great cards. We didn't get anything super interesting from our rewards, but hey, that happens, and we will see you guys next time. If you liked what you saw in today's video, click that subscribe button in the middle. If you want to see similar content to today's video, click on the playlist on the left. Otherwise, our most recent video is hanging out on the right. Hope to see you guys next time.